Hello there. Today we're playing Spaceflight Simulator. I've played this game multiple times before, and well, as you see, I have probably a good 170 hours. No, I'm kidding. Probably close to 100 hours. And, well, here's a interesting rocket that I made yesterday. It is an interplanetary spaceship designed to travel, well, interplanetary. It's pretty cool. It has what I call the Sirian 1, which is a spaceship inside of a spaceship. What it is just a small little ship designed to go very far, very slowly. It is very efficient. It has fuel for these ion engines. Ion engines have a very high ISP. What that is basically just the efficiency of the engine. And well, then I have two ships down here that are basically smaller Sirian ones and two escape pods. That is basically the ship. Just save this as the no. ISS gun. Funsies. I know I'm spelling that wrong. Yes, I just farted. But as you see, it doesn't have a good thrust weight ratio. So what we had to do is we had to take a booster. As you see, it's getting worse, but just a second. Just give it a minute. And then, yeah, these. And yeah, this. 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 And we had this, and this, and this. And now we have boosters. And then we have the main stage. And see, now we have a very high thrust rate ratio. Well, actually, it's more medium thrust weight ratio of 1 to 5, 1.53, which means that it can lift this rocket and about half of its weight. Lift this rocket and then add about half of this rocket's weight, and it will be good. See, now I do have infinite fuel on, but that's mainly because I really don't want to run out of fuel. I really don't want to run out of fuel. I will turn infinite fuel off once we get into space. This is just to launch the rocket. Well, now we're burning sideways to begin our orbital burn. What this does is we have to get into orbit, like some of these craft that I have in orbit right currently. It took me maybe maybe a couple thousand tries just to get into orbit my first time. And well, that was because I'm an idiot and didn't realize that you burn sideways and not you go woo. But no, you just burn sideways. Didn't occur to me that way. See, now I'm gonna pull up in an attempt to keep my, I don't know if it's apoapsis or periapsis that's the tall one. That's that point, but one of them is the lowest point in your orbit, and one of them is the highest point in your orbit. Well, we're beginning our burn. Not burn. We're beginning to get into orbit. And we're now officially in low Earth orbit. See now, if you look over here, the booster actually signifies our orbit, our direction. It's a very weird mechanic in this game. This thing is actually orbiting around us at a very, very, very slow rate. At an impossibly slow rate. As you see, it has the exact same orbit, but it is orbiting around us. It is a moonlet. What is called a moonlet. A moonlet is a moon of a moon. Now if I just burst these fairings, and I'm going to burn like this. Now if I switch to this, and I go over here, now the newest feature in this game is heat. Heat. Re-entry, to be exact. As you can see, just barely, there's re-entry physics. You can just barely see it. There's re-entry occurring. It is very finicky, to the point where if you re-enter just barely in the wrong direction, you could lose all your parachutes. You could lose half your rocket going on half your re-entry rocket. You could blow into a million pieces. This is literally just a test, just to show you. Yes, we are slowing down a lot. Like, a lot. Our periapsis or apoapsis, whichever one it is, I don't know. Oh. We're going very fast because it requires a certain amount of speed to get into orbit, and whenever you maintain that speed in orbit, so whenever you re-enter the Earth's atmosphere, it becomes you're entering the atmosphere very fast due to the fact that you are re-entering the atmosphere from orbit, which is going maybe 1,000 meters per second, like we are. 1.5 kilometers per second. See, now we're already on an impact course. There's no going back. See, now I just got the docking ports and heat, and that docking port and the parachute too hot because I wasn't paying attention.